That's great. They say like Kosice is my Alaska. It's like Kosice is my love.
Yeah.
You fell in love with this city mostly.
When the first time I was in my first semester, I just came for my class. So where professor been so chill, like they are like my friend, like how my friend will be talking to me. They are.
That's actually very true.
Once I'm just getting done with my study program, so I have plenty of options in Slovakia. So from Kosice or Bratis, we have plenty of companies.
Hello and welcome to Study in Slovakia. Today we have a very special guest with us, Sibin. He's a current student at Technical University in the economics faculty, and obviously Mr. Zawadzki, who is the owner of Study in Slovakia, your consultant and guide throughout your study journey. And today we are going to cover a very hot cake topic, which is like a success story. So Sibin is a success story of Technical University, who found a job, internship, and like he was supported by the university and himself performed pretty well. So we are going to deep dive in his story and how he made it a success here, traveling abroad 6,000 kilometers away from home, and how he went from there being an international student to working in Europe and so on. So Sibin, firstly, thanks for joining our show.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. So
pleasure is ours. First things first, where are you from in India, and what was your background there?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Indian. So I'm from Tamil Nadu, the city called Trichy. So I have came here for doing my master's in fact economics and management. So previously I did my undergraduate in business administration. Okay. So which is in Chennai. Where I have spent like 3 years over my studies. After finishing my studies, I just worked in a US shipping company where I have been gone through for 2 years. So later on, I was thinking about to improve my career. So I just want to pursue for my master's. So for that, I just went for the ESC called, which is a Europe Study Center. Okay. So they they helped me a lot for pursuing here for the masters. So what are the things have to be done here to come here? So everything they did it. So after coming here, I just met Mr. Peter. So
yeah, he is like pretty helpful, and he is there like with every student mostly.
Yeah, actually, he just came to the first time I was just when I came here, I was seeing him in a flat where he just came for me to pick up me to the university. So the first time we are seeing each other, so we just got a good bonding with us. So nice. Later on, we have been working for similar cases. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice. You have some popularity among students here.
I just want to tell this was not paid promotion.
Yeah. Well. So then, Sibin, like, what are you studying in at Technical University?
Yeah. So I'm pursuing my master's in economics and management in public administration, which we have gone through with many subjects called EU programs and management. Okay. So which is all about to know what is the basic things which been provided in Europe with public administration. So what are the departments is going on? So how we are just portraying it our government situation. So which is all been used to known in our education.
Nice, nice. How was your overall experience but you're now in the second year, right, of study. So how was your overall like studying experience and also Kosice as a city experience?
Yeah, for studying, I'm really glad to thank my vice dean and dean. So in every hard situation, they are helping me in a lot. So what are the best thing they can do? So they are doing their best. So in the city, I really love this city. So because whenever I'm just come to the World Town, we have street. So I'm really was so proud to see the church, everything. It was even though now it's 2024, still they are keeping their tradition, culture. So I was so happy for that to see. Yeah,
that's really nice. That's really nice. Glad to hear that that's not a paid part of the promotion either, like from the economics faculty.
It's from my harness, so I'm just telling it from my heart. So
oh, that's great. That's great. They say like Kosice is my Alaska. It's like Kosice is my love.
Yeah,
you fell in love with this city mostly, but like you graduate in which month?
Bachelor's, right?
No, master's. I mean,
master's.
Like expected.
So I'm just going to finish it on June of 14. So it will be my convocation day. So I like to please to invite me on the convocation day, so you all can come there.
It'll be our pleasure. But in general, like, when did you like start applying for a job? Because obviously you're like finally a student, so you need to look for a job, internship, or something like that. So what was it like?
So from my side, I could give some advice for my juniors. So they have, when they are doing their first year, they have to try to apply for the internship. Doing their summers, they have like plenty of times. So they don't want to waste in like working in a part-time in the shops. So for that, they can go for the internship in the summer times. So they could have to improve their resume to according to the standards, so that it will be helpful for their internships. So once they are going to be on the final year, so in the month of Feb or March, they can start applying for their different types of companies. Why? Because like if you are applying for 50 companies, they could have at least scheduled for 10 interviews for applying 50 companies. So better they can go for from March month, they can start apply for their work. So even though they have to fully focus on their internship, whether it has been paid or not unpaid, they have to go for the internship. It's not about the money, it's about our experience, what we are gathering in their company, so which can be improved, and we can standard our resume. So for the future, it will be helpful.
That's great, actually. And what about like you mentioned about the timeline, but does the university support or the faculty support you with like finding these internships, or you just apply by yourself? How was your experience?
No, yeah. So I was trying to apply for the internship, so for several companies, but I went to my dean and I just told them like these are the situation I'm just facing right now. So they helped me a lot, like for searching for the jobs and the internships. So they have given me the contact of the organization. So I just went there and I've just spoken to them, and they just gone through my resume. So even though I had an interview for joining, so they sought me like, okay, it's fine, like you can join here and you can work in a department.
So it was like a recommendation from the university?
Yeah, it's a kind of recommendation. So with that, we can go and approach with them.
Nice. So is it also like you need a good relation with your professors? And
yeah, sure. Definitely.
That's important. We actually mentioned this though in the previous videos as well. Like the better relation you have with your university professors, dean, vice dean, whoever, like the more chances you have of getting internships. They have generally like industry connections, and it depends. Like they can even recommend you for jobs. They can recommend you for traineeships, internships. That's with most of the faculties and most of the students who went from university joining to some full-time work. It was like that. And what's the field exactly you're working in?
So I'm working in a PMO, which is called a project management office. So where we are currently doing as a project in that. So I just don't want to tell the exact project name. It's confidential.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
So my duty is to be like, I have to manage all the manufacturing units. So we have some manufacturing units.
Nice.
So what are the analyst parts I can do in the business analyst? So I have to be working on that. So how many production has been done? So what are the revenues to be gained? So far I have to prepare on that. So I'm working.
How relevant is that with your study stream?
As I told you before, like I'm from economics and management. So it's about the management thing. So we have to do a business analyst. So it comes under the management. So we have pretty much idea what's been working in our company. So that they have been giving a training to me, so that it will be much more easier to understand what I'm studying in my previous subjects. So it will be most helpful for us.
I think it was not mentioned, but can you mention like which company is it? And like some basic details about the company?
Yeah, sure. So right now I'm doing my internship in a company called Holcim, which has been located in Kosice. We have plenty of plants in the manufacturing unit. So right now we have an office in the Kosice, and we have all over we have 60,000 employees, where we have around 80 countries. We have our branches. So not from only for Asia, Europe, and we have America. Even though we have one more office in India, which is in Mumbai.
Wow, that's nice. Wow. And what's the duration of the internship? How long?
So the duration is about 90 hours they have been provided. So it is more friendly to us. So whenever we have classes, we can inform them. So in our free time, we can go there. So
it's 90 hours a month?
No, it's a whole
whole
internship
duration.
study.
Okay.
It's about like 90 hours. Why? Because we are on the last stage of the study program, so we have to complete our final thesis. So we are just pushing around for 90 hours.
Okay.
So if it's like in the normal situation, maybe like for the 90 hours could be increased for like 120 hours, like 2 months.
Is the work though like relevant with your thesis as well, or?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
It's complete. It's not too much relevant to my thesis, so it's relevant to my education. So
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
What about the career scope itself? Like, do you get like full-time positions and so on after completion?
Yeah, sure. So once I'm just getting done with my study program, so I have plenty of options in Slovakia. So from Kosice or Bratis, we have plenty of companies. So where they have their open positions for the management with the HR. So people who are just completing their programs, they can start applying for their programs in the company.
Okay.
So it will be helpful for them in the future.
Okay, that's great. That's great, actually. So they're also providing like this career guidance and so on, like upon like completion of your education. I mean, the faculty itself.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I would have liked to mention a person named Beata. She is the one who is like solving all the problems which international students has been facing. So whenever I have having some issues in my study course, I will just approach her and I will just told her like what are the things I'm just doing right now. So she will understand what are the situation I'm just facing right now. So she will take to the dean versus vice dean. So they will be having their helpfulness to me. So what are the best they can do, they are really doing. So I'm really thank to my department of Faculty of Economics. They are really doing their job great. So
okay, that's great. Do you think like this is manageable for a student, like to study and work at the same time? You know, like from a time perspective, like how many hours of classes you have, and then how many hours you're working a week?
So those who are coming for their masters, they are already been done for their bachelors. So they could have know what the things should be done in the university. Okay. So previously they could have some experience in that. So for that I could have advice for the students. It's not like so easy in India, like studying for coming for abroad and doing the stuffs. Why? Because in India, we are just making the things in the theoretical side. So once we are coming here, in not even for Europe, even though in America or Canada, they are only making their students as in the practical way. So better you will be getting a practical knowledge, comparative theoretical knowledge. So for that, people are just struggling to studying here and pursuing to pass. So my best advice to come here and really focus on their studies, not only for part-time work. Maybe it could find some hard time to get the money. But the studies should be the most important time for us. Why? Because that's our main thing, which we have just gone here. So really, they have to focus on their studies, not only for the jobs. So I could like recommend only they have to focus on the studies.
Mm-hmm. Here also I would like to touch this topic because you also mentioned like how is the studies different in India, but I think also if you can maybe explain like what is the transition from the like let's say high school, secondary school to university, especially, or let's say from India's school system to Slovakia school system, where in Slovakia there is like much more self-study and more responsibility on you. Like how did you solve that? Like when you know maybe you have maybe 5, 6, 7 classes a week, but then another 5, 6, 7 you need to study at home.
Yeah. Sure. So as I told you before, so in India we have a like schedule like for every 5 days in our school. So from morning 9 o'clock to till 4 to 5 o'clock we have a continuous class sections. So from here it's not like that. So for a day you could have like maximum of 2 hours of class or 2 classes. So where the students getting their free time to study what they could learn. So in India, we don't have that much system. So we have a lot of pressure on our students. Like we don't have any practical part to learn. The only thing we have just want to go through with the words. So that people are just coming here. It is really facing their hard situation to overcome their practical knowledge. So how they are just performing in their outside of the university. So which has been hard for them.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. But you were able to cope up with, for example, Indian education system to the Slovak one. How hard was it? How long did it take to get with the self study mode?
Yeah. So when the first time I was in my first semester, I just came for my class. So where professor been so chill, like they are like my friend, like how my friend will be talking to me. They are.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, they are just talking like that. So in India, it's not like that. We have a strict professor.
You have like hierarchy system over there. Over here, like you literally go out and you chill with the professors.
Even though if you are just talking in the class, they will punish us.
Yes.
So it's not here. When I came here, I was so surprised the way professor has like inviting the students to the classes. They are happy to teach them. They are interacting with their students. So friendly. So
there is no like this boss and like
it's not like here.
Here it's like nice. It's like it's almost the same level. You can feel like the professor tries to get to your level to teach you or even like get to know you as well for that sake. Okay, that's interesting. Anything else you would like to add for your juniors coming and who want to like make it in Slovakia?
Yeah, sure. So actually, TUKE is a very good university for pursuing for any bachelor's or master's degree. First of all, the country is so good to explore the things where we have meet plenty of peoples here with different languages, different culture. So they are more friendly with us. So come here and just come here for the studies. Make your career to be more improvised. So that's it.
That's nice. That's nice. Anything else you would like to add for the upcoming students?
Yeah, so it was a really nice pleasure to have this feedback from you. Like I'm glad that you enjoyed the studying at the faculty, and as it was mentioned, like I think many students the mistake which they do is like instead of looking in the, let's say, mid-term or long perspective, like maybe they see some immediate benefit of working deliveries or some low qualified part-time jobs to earn some money. But if you basically look in longer term perspective, like with the qualification or experience which you get, like the perspectives will be like there are even statistics like maybe the difference between you and someone without the master degree can be easily 300-400 euros a month.
Could be more as well.
Even more, like depends. I'm just now telling about junior position. So take this as a like long-term investment, not only of the money but also of the time. And I suppose that's one point which I wanted to mention.
Yeah, it's like it's very important. Like when you come here, so as Sibin mentioned, it's like you come here for study. So the first thing is like you complete the studies, and in the meantime you go for experiences that are relevant to your industry. Then like jumping only for the money, because that money can like really last if you are like in the proper industry. It will help you grow, even migrate to other countries if needed, and especially if you're completing the degree, that network and that exposure is going to help you no matter what. So anyway, thanks Sibin for like joining the video and especially sharing this amazing experience.
Yeah. It's my pleasure to working with you. So
yeah, it's a pleasure for us to have you in the channel. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any queries regarding studying in Slovakia or in general in Europe. We have a sister channel called MedHead, which is about medical studies, and Study in Slovakia is about every study program in Slovakia, engineering to medicine to like general sciences and so on. And feel free actually to reach out to Mr. Zawadzki. He actually maps you out a very well defined career path. So if you're like in your high school or final years of high school or even like your bachelor's program, finishing that, reach out to him. He can guide you like with your budget, timeline and everything, whatever you have, that what career path you can take, what studies you can complete, how you can manage your budget, and what like you can expect as an outcome from there. Even he will be able to like guide you with some companies that are actually like helping you with internships, jobs and everything. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for such nice content, comment what are the next topics you would like us to cover, and share it with someone who is planning to study in Europe, planning to settle in Europe, or in general like looking for an international exposure, and like it's in the path of Sibin as well. So thanks for watching, and until next time, do videnia. Bye bye.
Bye.